All right, this is US UK China 3, Operation Misery Loves Easy Company, I guess. All right, for US, we're buying 3 transports, a destroyer. Can you see that? Yeah. 3 artillery, 3 infantry, and then tech was 5. For UK, we're going to spend $1 for repairing the airbase and $3 to replace the factory, even though we don't really need to. And then we're buying a complex, 3 tanks, 2 artillery, and 3 infantry, and saving $1. All right, so put that in there so it didn't messed up. All right, China, just for giggles, they have $14 if they come back on the board. All right, so for US, we are, first attack, we're going to take our sub and destroyer and go 1, 2, 3 into P47. All right, everything else, I think, is non-combat. All right, so I have a sub and a destroyer at 2. In there is a carrier at 2, 2 fighters, and a destroyer. All right, so actually the sub can't hit the plane, so I need to roll that separately, I guess. Not that I'll get a hit. Let's see. Let's get a hit. Nope. All right, the other one, this is for the destroyer, and we do get a hit. Okay. So these can hit the sub. Or no, he's got a destroyer, so he's good. Right? There's a destroyer in there? Yep. All right. So don't matter. All right. 2 hits. So I'm guessing you'll... That's interesting. You can take the destroyer, or you can take a hit on the carrier, but then you'll have to land the planes in Borneo. Shoot. I'm going to have to ask you what you want to do. So take the destroyer, or I'm guessing you'll take the destroyer, right? Because I don't have another sub. So yeah, maybe I don't need to reach out to you. So you got a carrier and 2 fighters and a transport in P47. All right. Put that back. Put these dead guys here for now. All right, so non-com. We're going to move 2 mechs into Colombia. All right. I don't think you can blitz through, especially with a mech, so there you go. The 2 fighters from Hawaii will fly down to Queensland. All right. The units in Central America is 3 infantry, artillery, tank, and mech. The Navy, man, I want to go in the med, but I don't anymore. So we'll land a tank, 2 infantry. We'll land an infantry in Casablanca along with a mech, and the artillery will land in Gibraltar. The entire fleet is coming to A29. That's 3 cruisers, 2 carriers with 2 fighters on them, a battleship, 3 destroyers, a carrier from A21, a destroyer from A21, and a sub from A21, a sub from A26, and then the 3 transports. You see any of this? Maybe. All right, tactical will go 1, 2, 3, 4 into Gibraltar. Or actually, I'll just land them on the carrier. Or no, I'll land them in there. Actually, I will land to... I'm going to land the 3 fighters on the airbase. Or 2 fighters and a tactical on the airbase. All right. Come here, guy. All right. So I still have 2 fighters on one of the carriers. All right. All right, the Strat will come down with 2 infantry. And the Gibraltar is an air transport. 2, 1, 2. All right. And then the other Strat, you're not seeing this. The other Strat will take 2 infantry to London and unload in London. All right, the other mech, I don't think I had enough room for him. So I had 3 transports, so that's 3 infantry, or wait, no. 1, 2, 3, and then with the paras, that's right, so I need smaller fingers. All right, there we go. All right. Is that it for movement? I think it is. All right, so over on the East Coast, an A-21, 3 transports, a destroyer, 3 infantry, 3 artillery in Eastern U.S. Yep. All right, so we can do a disposition. I'm going to start over here because it's easier. I've got 2 AAA in Western U.S. I have 3 infantry and an artillery on Hawaii. I have 2 fighters in Queensland. I have an air transport with 2 infantry in London. And, man, I can't back up with all this junk in the way. Oop, I don't want to do that. There we go. Here we go. All right, in Eastern U.S., I have 3 infantry, 3 artillery, a mech, 2 AAA, 3 transports, and a destroyer, an A-21. In A-29, that's Commonwealth, I have 3 cruisers, 3 aircraft carriers with 2 fighters. I have 4 destroyers, a battleship, a sub, 2 subs, and 3 transports. In Gibraltar, I have an air transport with 2 fighters and a tactical, a tank, 4 infantry and artillery in the tank, I said. In Morocco, I have a mech and infantry. All right. That guy's in there somewhere. All right. Let's see. And US. I didn't save anything. So I am actually, because I lost the Philippines, I'm at 53. Oh, also we, if you guys remember, we gave the money, $10 to UK. Yeah. Check the bonus here. All right, so I've got, bring it over here. So 2, 4, 53. Get 30 for turn 3 or later going to war. Let's see. I get 3 for being in Casablanca. Could get that. None of that. And then 10 because I'm no longer neutral. And then we start with 15 territories and we lost 2, so we get additional $13. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. I think I grabbed a blue instead of a green. Damn it, let's do this over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What was this? This was my $30. Oh, 10 for not being neutral. And then, oh, maybe not. And then 13 for original territories, and then 3. Yep, you're right. Okay. So that's 50, 80, 90. 9, 10, that's 6, 9, 109, 109 for US. All right, I told you my buys for, throw that down. All right, so the big one is going to be this naval battle. Put this to the side maybe. Italian fleet, 2 subs, 2 transports, 2 cruisers, and a battleship. All right. Hands are like frozen. There's no heat on in here in the garage, so 2 transports, that's the destroyer, and 2 subs. All right, I'm coming in with aircraft carrier, battleship, cruiser, destroyer, cruiser, 2 fighters. Mark some non-coms I didn't. All right, I'm going to be picking up 2 infantry from Gibraltar. And if that is successful, you see all the way across, I'm going to land in Transjordan with 2 infantry. And then I'm going to attack with artillery and mech from Iraq. Also joining the naval battle is the 2 fighters and 2 tacticals from Iraq. All right, so those are 4s. Those are 3s. All right. Oopsies. All right. So that is a non-com. That's a non-com. All right, we're going to take over here. We're going to take 2 infantry, or screw it, 3 infantry, and we'll use the fighter in Burma. You see that? We're going to take our battleship and destroyer and go 1, 2, 3. The P-47 again. All right. Set all the UK attacks. I don't want to use that tank if I don't have to. Nothing there, nothing there. I need to move this guy. Mark this. Okay. All right. Let's do it. We can do the big one, I guess. Or actually, we can do the battleship destroyer on carrier, 2 fighters. All right, give me a hit. Give me a hit or 2. Nothing. Two hits. All right. I have a 2. Nothing. Great. Dead. That was worthless. Try to take out the carrier. All right, this is what matters here. All right, so you get everything in there. All right, so first you've got some AAA shots. So I've got 2, 4, 6 planes coming in. So you've got 3, and then the cruisers are boosted to 2s. This spoils more cards. Whew. You can see that, right? No hits. I was worried about that guy. All right. So then I have 3 4s, 2 3s, 2 3s, a 2. Actually, I have 4 more 3s. Let me see what I got here. So I've got 2 tacticals and a battleship. I've got 2 cruisers, and I've got 4 fighters and a destroyer. All right. Two, 3, 4 hits. That ain't great. All right. I'll put those guys on that side. You've got 2 4s, a 3, a 2, and 2 1s, 3 1s. You got 3 hits. All right, so I'll take yours off first. Imagine you're going to take the 2 subs and the destroyer. All right. And I got 3, or you got 3 on me. I'm going to take a destroyer, or actually, yeah, destroyer, and I'm going to damage, or just take the carrier. All right, so that's 3 right there. All right, so now we still got our 4s. So we've got 3 4s. We've got 2 cruisers, and then we've got 4 fighters. All right. Now, I should have got that first time. 2, 4. That was a hit. Fumble fingers. 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I needed. All right, and then you've got 1 for the transport. Got a battleship paired with a cruiser with another cruiser. And you get 3. So I don't have a landing spot for these 2 fighters. So 2 fighters and I'll actually take another fighter. Yep, that was 3 hits. All right. Oh. All right, so I can invade Transjordan. I don't get any AAA or offshore. These guys, I'm going to just land these guys back in Iraq. Just get them out of the way. All right, now for Transjordan. Let's see. Clean this up a bit. Transjordan, I have an infantry artillery paired. I have another infantry, right? Yep. And a mech. All right, and then you have 2. And you have 2 right, so 2 infantry, or no, wait, no, yeah, infantry artillery paired, and then infantry and mech unpaired. 2 hits. I don't get anything. The dice have not been friendly. Let's see. There's 1. There's nothing. Alright. Can we get 1 more here? We can't. And you get a hit. So I'll take off an infantry. Unpaired. It's like freaking 5 rounds of combat here. Miss. Finally got it. Alright. Response. Nothing. Alright, so I take Transjordan with an infantry artillery mech. So Transjordan gives me 1 to 34. Yep. Man, I wish I could have done some more damage on that carrier. Oh well. All right. Non-coms. We're going to take our plane with our 2 Commonwealth goobers. I didn't talk to Chaplain, but you didn't offload. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll land in Kaluga, I think that is. All right. The tank. What do I want to do with the tank? The tank will rail 1, 2, 3 into. Oh shoot! I forgot a combat. The tank will rail over to. Yes, it will rail over to Calcutta. I got to do that combat in Burma. I'm going to pick up 1 infantry. I'm going to bring the cruiser, destroyer, and 2 transports to A53. And I'm going to drop 1 infantry off in Anglo. Let's do this combat real quick. I've got 3 1s and a fighter. It's 1 infantry. I can roll them together. I think that's right. Yep. Is that right? Yep. You got a hit and I got a hit. Right. So Burma is taken back. B for me. Alright, so I've got this with 2 infantry. Burma plane will land back in Calcutta. Fix that damage. Other non-com in West India, I'm going to move these guys back to Calcutta. And, oh, the 2 fighters that were in Gibraltar are going to come back up to London. I don't need you down there anymore. Go. All right. These guys are gone. All right, UK. Let's see, we're doing 3 infantry, 2 artillery in Calcutta, 3 tanks in Iraq, factory in Iran. So that's all good. Stuff out of here. All right. So we're 34. 1, 2, 3. 34. We get 4 for Iraq and Iran. I think that's it. All right. UK disposition. I have a AAA in Gibraltar in London. I like this stand and then I hate it. I have a U.S. air transport with 2 U.S. infantry, 2 Commonwealth infantry. I have a French fighter, 2 British fighters. I have 5, 8, 9, 10, 11 infantry, and 4 AAA and a mech. Malta infantry AAA. In A36, I have a battleship, 2 cruisers, and a transport. In A53, I have a cruiser, 2 transports, and a destroyer. Transjordan, I have an infantry, artillery, mech. Iraq, I have 3 tanks, 2 tacticals, and a fighter. Burma, I have 2 infantry. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11 infantry, 2 tanks, 3, 4, 5 artillery, and 3 AAA, I think, with a Commonwealth guy. All right, and that is it for UK. All right. China, again, nothing. All right, later, guys.